Hi everyone, Jus4SweetZ here. So today I'm going to show you how to make homemade mulling spices, and what mulling spices are basically just a way to spice up your wine, your apple cider, apple juice, cranberry juice, tea, and they make the house smell really festive and they taste real cinnamony and good. And so we're going to show you how to make a homemade mulling spice, and this is actually going to be good for one crock pot full of whatever liquid you desire to put in there. So I have some cellophane bags from the craft store, and we have some cinnamon sticks, we have some whole cloves, some candied ginger, and if you can't find candied ginger, you can buy whole ginger and dehydrate it in your oven or dry it out and put that in there. We have some whole allspice, and then I have some ground nutmeg, and I could not find whole nutmeg to put in there, and I wanted a little bit of a nutmeg flavor, so I'm just going to kind of shake some in there, but you'll see how that works. We also have some dehydrated orange rind, and it's not super dehydrated, it's still a little bit soft, but I dehydrated it enough that it's going to go in here and just add a little citrusy zest to our mulling spice. And so let's get started. We are first going to start with approximately 7 to 10 cloves, and you don't have to count them. I just take a little handful of them, or like a little thing of them right there, stick them in. All right, next we want to add our allspice, and we're using whole allspice, and I'm going to do about the same thing with that as I did with the cloves. And these just add some really unique flavors and is real festive. I make gifts for my clients every year, and just to show my appreciation and let them know that I'm thankful for them. And so, I used to buy gifts, and in the last few years, when the economy got so bad, I started making gifts. And a lot of the gifts I made were cookies and candy and things like that. And then I've made ornaments, and I've tried to just do different things every year. So this year, what I decided to do was Redneck wine glasses, and I'm going to make a mulling spice like I'm showing you right now and put those in there, but we'll get to that in a second. So anyway, I got sidetracked there. Sorry about that. We have our whole cloves, about 7 to 10, and our whole allspice, about seven or so of those. All right, next what we're going to do is add one thing of our candied ginger. And like I said, if you can't find candied ginger, or you don't want to use candied ginger, you can use regular ginger and just kind of dehydrate it in your oven a little bit. So I'm going to cut this into little chunks, little slices, and I'm going to stick that whole thing in there, just like so. Next, I'm going to add 2 of my orange rinds that I slightly dehydrated in the oven, just little thin slices of it. I'm going to stick those in there, and that adds such a unique and nice flavor. And then we are going to go ahead and shake in some nutmeg. And I'd say maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon, if that. Nutmeg can get kind of overpowering and strong. And last but not least, cinnamon sticks. And cinnamon sticks you can buy in the bulk section. You can buy them where the Hispanic Mexican packaging spices are. They have them there as well. You can buy them in the regular spice section, but they're a little bit more on the pricey side. So I try to buy them in bulk or in that package section. And what I did is I just put them into a baggie, take a regular meat mallet, and you want to break these cinnamon sticks up into pieces and let that cinnamon flavor go throughout. All right, so now our cinnamon's all broken up, and we are going to add approximately 1 to 2 cinnamon sticks to this. And so you're just going to have to kind of guess, oh, that smells so good. I love the smell of cinnamon, especially fresh cinnamon. Some of these didn't break very well, so I'm just going to kind of break them a little bit. That cinnamon is really going to make this mulling spice. So I'd say 1 to 2 sticks per package of mulling spices. All right, so now we have that all in there, and I just kind of shake it up, get that nutmeg and everything around, and you want to see the colors. And you can feel free to add more orange. You can even add lemon zest to this if you want to. So we're going to go ahead and tie that up, and we have just completed our mulling spice. And basically, I'm going to give each one of my clients directions on what to do, and you can either, this is 1 serving like I said, You can use cranberry juice, red wine, apple juice, apple cider. You can make like a spiced tea if you want to do tea, and just make it really yummy, and add some extra orange slices in the crock pot with it. So fill a crock pot with your mulling spice, and you don't want to just toss it in there. You don't want all those chunks and everything. What you do is you either get a regular coffee filter, or you can get cheesecloth, and you pour this entire packet into the coffee filter or the cheesecloth, and you want to tie it with a rubber band, or use just like a regular rubber band on there, and you're just going to toss it in your crock pot with the liquid and let it just sit in there and simmer and really soak up the flavors. I usually let mine simmer all day long, and as soon as it warms up, people start drinking it, and it just has a really, really nice flavor. One recipe that I do is I use cran apple juice and a bottle, a pretty good sized bottle of red wine. I have one right here. This is what we used for the holiday. Just a big bottle of red wine of your choice, and stick that in there in the crock pot together, and then get your little package of mulling spices and put that in there, and you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday warm drink. So there's our mulling spices, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing with them. So you like my gifts in a jar, and what I've done is I have made my Redneck wine glasses. And we'll back this up just a tad, okay? So you'll have to go back and watch my video on how to make a Redneck wine glass, and they're easy and very inexpensive to make. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stick those mulling spices right in there. And I threw a few candy canes in, so I'm gonna show you a finished one, but you do that, you put your lid on, and basically I will show you what I did. I made these for my clients. There they are. So I labeled them, let's back up just a tad, Redneck wine glass candy jar, Merry Christmas. And then I put some candy canes in there, and I actually made some candy as well. I made some mint bark, mint chocolate bark, and I'm going to break that up and put it in here to go with it too. But I basically put the directions on the other side of the tag, and it just says mulling spices, sorry. Place contents in cheesecloth or coffee filter, fasten with rubber band, place in crock pot with wine, apple cider, or tea, simmer and serve. And then I got these cute little buttons at the craft store, and I just glued them on just to make it a little bit festive. And if you want to, you can even add some ribbon to those as well. So that is just another unique gift in a jar. So this would be our mulling spices in a jar. And it's just a really fun gift to give to friends and family or neighbors, or just someone that you just want to get them something and you don't have a lot of money. I kid you not, this probably cost no more than $4 to make. So it's very inexpensive. You can get these at the dollar store. You buy a case of your canning jars, and you can even get them at like thrift stores if you want to, and use them for this, because they're not using them to seal. Then they can reuse this when they're done with it as either their Redneck wine glass or as just a really cute candy jar, or they can even put potpourri in it and have it out for display. You can also put tea light candles in these. So anyway, that is the mulling spices. Let's go over it one more time. We used whole allspice, about 7 to 10, whole cloves, about 7 to 10. We used about 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, if that, just a few shakes of it, or you can use whole nutmeg. Candied ginger sliced up, or you can use fresh ginger and dehydrate that yourself and put that in there. We used some orange rind that we dehydrated in the oven and chopped up. Put it all in a cellophane bag. Oh, don't forget the cinnamon sticks. We have to have about 1 or 2 cinnamon sticks in there, and you want to crush those up and break them up into that. Put them in a baggie. You're going to give them the directions to put it in a coffee filter or cheesecloth and fasten it with a rubber band and stick it in a crock pot full of wine, apple cider, apple juice, cranberry juice, or tea, and just make a really fun, unique holiday drink out of it. And then if you want to make a gift out of it, make my Redneck wine glasses. Go back and check that out. And stick it in there with a cute little tag that you can make Christmassy and make it yourself. And you've got a wonderful gift for the holidays. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you had fun. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those. Please hit the like button if you like this video. And I would love for you to share this on your Facebook page with your family and friends. Also go to my Facebook page, Jus4SweetZ, and join that page. I also have a group page on Facebook called Recipe Book. That one you have to ask to be invited to, but all you have to do is go in there and send a request, and I go on there daily and check it, and I will add you to that. And then that way you can share your own recipes on there, and they don't have to be videos. They can just be handwritten and share what you like to do. And I hope you had fun with this. I'm really having fun making these holiday gifts, and I'll come up with some more. I've got a couple little ones under my sleeve that I'd like to share with you. And then, of course, we'll do our holiday recipes. So until next time, until next video, have a wonderful day, and God bless.